Good evening and welcome. There have been some dramatic leads from last month's programme, and some of the inquiries are now said to be at an extremely sensitive stage. And we had a remarkably strong response, including an immediate arrest, after the special programme we put out 2 weeks ago, Unsolved Cases from the Past.
The best and most surprising new information was on an inquiry dating from 1989, the murder of the Dixons as they were walking a cliff-top path in Pembrokeshire. Despite the 8-year time gap, we had 450 calls, and detectives have now had to expand the inquiry team. There were over 300 calls on the child abductions in Buckinghamshire, which started in 1994. 200 calls on the armed robberies in Lancashire and South Yorkshire, and police say they have a lot of good new leads.
There have been 2 other arrests since last month's programme, one for very serious sexual offences and another for aggravated burglaries and indecent assault. The sex attacks on Riddlesdown Common provoked an enormous response, over 650 calls, 250 of which have been prioritised. The murder of Julie Smith in her blazing home in Hull led to several people being interviewed, and the detective in charge has described the appeal as a superb investigative tool which has led to new lines of inquiry. And the armed robbers at a jeweller's in Kingston in Surrey might be in for a bit of a surprise. Over 200 viewers think they can help identify them.
First tonight, a reconstruction of a truly sad and senseless crime in which a young man became a killer. Perhaps the event started as a prank or even in preparation for a robbery. But one day, a month ago, in Kirk Langley outside Derby, things got terribly out of hand.
When we first met, we were 14 years old. We were married at 22, and we've been married for 32 years in January. We just lived for each other. We never went anywhere without each other. We didn't need anyone else. We were just so happy in each other's company.
Morning, Nick. All right.
Nick Pritchard worked as a delivery driver for Business Express.
All over the place. Uttoxeter, Ashbourne. Mind you, there's some lovely places up there.
He'd been with the firm for almost 20 years, mainly delivering parcels for the Littlewoods catalogue.
He loved his driving. He was such a careful driver. He was asked if he'd want to go for promotion, but he turned it down. All he wanted was to be out in the fresh air, doing a job he loved and helping other people.
That day, Mick's deliveries took him across his beloved Derbyshire as usual. At 3:10, he was nearing the end of his deliveries. After Quandon, Mick drove the 4 miles to Kirk Langley, now with only 10 parcels left to deliver.
I was leaving the school with my son. I got to the end of the road to cross Moor Lane to go up to the Cunnery. I recognised the van. It was the same delivery man that's been coming to the Cunnery. I thought for 1 second that they're going to Clyde, but they didn't.
Nobody cooks puddings much anymore, do they? Oh, it's the catalogue delivery. Oh, go and get the parcel from her, will you?
Hey! Hey! Get out of my van!
Blimey, I think someone's trying to nick his van.
Hey! Hey! Get out of my van! Hey! Get out of my van! Hey!
Mick had got such high principles of high morality. He got a very deep resentment for anything that was wrong.
Hey! Get out of the way! Get out of the way! Get out of the way! Oi, come on!
I think he's gone under the van. I'm going to call an ambulance.
I could see the delivery driver being dragged underneath the van for about 50 yards down the street.
No! No!
When the body left the van, I froze.
Mick suffered terrible head injuries and died at the scene.
Slow down!
Initially I thought it was like a road rage between the two van drivers. Once I got onto the A52 and I started to approach the two vans, I realised that they were actually in cahoots with one another.
I was driving along the A52 towards Derby and I came by the bottom of Kirk Langley. There was a Mercedes lorry behind me. I just passed the Little Chef restaurant on the left-hand side, and just after then the white parcel van shot in behind me. I could see in the mirror that the lad was agitated and one thing or another. Then just soon after then, the delivery van overtook me.
Mick's van was abandoned on the outskirts of Kirk Langley. The Bedford rascal turned around and headed back towards the A52.
If he knew that he was going to be late, he always used to ring me. Well, half a state came and there was no phone call, so by this time I was getting really worried. I'm still numb and shocked, and I can't take it in that it's happened, and I'm still thinking that Mick's with me. We just live for each other, and I shall miss him so very, very much. In fact, part of me's died. It really has.
Well, Kelvin Ashby, we can all feel huge sympathy for Hilary and, of course, their only son, Jonathan. The question is, why?
We've no idea, actually. All we know is that these three youths were in the village up to no good, and clearly they've seen the opportunity to steal Mick's van.
You need to find them, and you have some fairly good descriptions of at least two of them, don't you?
Yes, we have. Certainly the driver, the killer, he was a male about 19 to 20 years, white, 5'9", medium build, with blonde, fair, collar-length hair, but he was described as having a baby face.
And what about the driver of the, we're calling it the Bedford Rascal van, the getaway van? Now, he perhaps didn't actually see what happened, did he?
That's right. Whatever took place there was actually behind them, and they wouldn't know what has taken place. He's described, that's the driver of the Rascal van, as again a white male, 19 to 20 years. We don't know what height he is. He's slim, medium build, with ginger or sandy hair, and the important thing with him is he's got a tooth missing on the upper left side, which is very distinctive, the witnesses tell us.
So you definitely need to hear his version of events.
Yes,
as well.
we do. We would like those two to come forward.
Now, this getaway van that we're mentioning, you haven't tracked it down, have you, yet?
No, we've not. It's still outstanding. All we know about it is it's a florist or sandwich-type van, described as possibly a Bedford Rascal, white in colour, and it's an E prefix.
So, of course, the question is to link men fitting that description with a van like that.
That's right. We seek anybody who's got information that can link these three with the white van.
You've had a number of witnesses come forward already, but you need to hear from more people who witnessed perhaps that erratic belt of driving along the A52.
That's right. In particular, the white Mercedes truck driver, he was cut up by the parcel van, and he might be able to provide detailed information about the other van, which is the important one that we need to trace.
Now, just remember remind us when this happened.
This is about 3:25 p.m. on Wednesday, the 12th of November.
As if anyone needs an incentive, there is a reward here, isn't there?
Yes, there is. Mick's company and this union have put up £10,000 for the conviction of these offenders.
And who are you appealing to?
Well, it's a senseless crime, and I would appeal to anybody, and in particular the criminal fraternity. Somebody out there knows who these people are, and I would ask them to come forward and give us that information.
Kelvin Ashby, thank you very much indeed. Well, it really is important to catch these men. If you know who they are, or if you've heard anything about who was involved or what they were planning, do please call 0500 600 600. That's our free call number here live to the studio. And there are detectives waiting now